Hi, Leo. Welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here. And thank you for sharing your energy with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to pull the traditional Celtic cross spread. Whatever message comes out is what you need to hear. I've set that intention with my deck and with my guides. So we're going to get into your message. I did bring out some oracle cards as well that we'll pull from at the end and get some additional messages from Spirit. So let's get into it. So we have some loss, some heartbreak, maybe some grief here. Be sure and like the video, leave me a comment, subscribe if you feel called to do so. Any interaction helps my channel and it helps me to grow, and it pushes the videos out so others can get the messages as well. So okay, so again, we have the Three of Swords is the underlying energy of this. This is about heartbreak, grief. It is about some kind of loss that you have endured, pain. This can be in regards to a love relationship. It could be about, losing a pet, whatever it is for you. There was some kind of like grief underlying here. So the situation is the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands is about boundaries. It is about defending yourself. It could also be about being defensive, or needing to protect yourself in some way, like protect your energy, right? And it's also like standing up for yourself. And the blockage is the Death card. So this is about endings and transformations. And I feel like there needs to be an ending here in a defensiveness so that you can have a new beginning. Maybe you're just very defensive because of past heartbreak, right? And a lot of times we can get into that energy where we feel very defensive. If somebody has hurt us, then we're very defensive up against anything new, right? So, and a lot of times it's not that it's justified, but it's a normal human reaction, right? When you're hurt, you kind of close off, you kind of shut down. But I feel like there needs to be an ending to this being defensive or feeling like you always have to, really just kind of push everyone away type of energy. So the situation is the Fool card here, because there is, this being defensive and needing to end that cycle because there is a new beginning that is trying to start, right? Whether that is in job, whether it's in love, whatever this new beginning is. I mean, you have the Fool and you have two aces here, which we'll get into, but you have this new beginning that is trying to start, right? This whole new life. And I feel like you're just being very defensive and kind of maybe even closed off because of a recent heartbreak or a past heartbreak. It doesn't even have to be recent. So in the recent past, we have this Devil energy, which is a toxic energy. This could be the heartbreak that you endured, right? And the Devil is like toxic thought patterns. That could have been the energy that you were sitting in the recent past, right? Maybe you were, you were in this negative thought pattern because of a heartbreak, and it's, things never work out for me, or, all people are bad because this relationship went sour, whether that's a romantic relationship or some kind of business partnership, right? So it's also about like addictions, unhealthy attachments. This could have been an unhealthy attachment that you had with another person. Again, that could be a family member, right? Sometimes we feel like we have to be loyal to family members because they're family. Whatever that is for you, it is a general reading, so you take it how it resonates for you. But there was some kind of toxic attachment or some kind of toxicity in the past. But your higher self or your subconscious, we have the Ace of Swords. This is a breakthrough moment. This is like truth, clarity. I feel like you're getting some clarity about the situation, or maybe accepting some type of truth around the situation, right? Maybe you are realizing that you were stuck in a toxic attachment for whatever reason, because you thought you had to stay there, because you thought you had to be loyal, whatever that is. Again, general reading. But there is some kind of breakthrough and just clarity coming in here for you. And it's a breakthrough in like power. It could be mental power, because swords are about your thoughts, right? But this is about you really accepting some kind of truth or realizing some type of truth. In the near future, we have the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is taking next steps. It is like a growth, planning for the future, taking risks even, and making a decision. Twos are all about balance and decisions, but the Two of Wands can be about like that. Wands are about like fire and passion, right? Wands are actions. But this person is kind of standing here on this castle looking out to the horizon, and he's holding a globe in his hand. So it's like you have the whole world at your fingertips here, right? And it's time to take a risk and leave a comfort zone. So maybe you stayed in this toxic attachment because you thought this could be a job. Maybe you thought you had to stay there because we all need a job, right? We have to pay bills. Maybe it was, again, a marriage. You thought you had to stay because you were married. A lot of times people are loyal out of fear, right? Whatever that is for you. But in the near future, I see you kind of stepping out of that comfort zone and really taking the next steps towards whatever it is that you are wanting to bring in here, this new beginning. Your feelings, we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is a stable, grounded new beginning, right? This can be, so Pentacles are all about tangible items, right? Again, with the 3D, like job or money, possessions, wealth, that type of energy. But it's about being open to receive the abundance and prosperity. And I feel like you really are feeling like you want to open up, because you have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles here. And then you've got the Two of Wands, right? That's really opening up, stepping out of a comfort zone. And these are new beginnings. Like, these are gifts from the universe that they are handing to you, Spirit, God, however you see it. This is like being handed this new beginning, and you really taking that leap of faith, stepping out of your comfort zone and moving towards these. In your environment, the influence here, we have the Three of Cups. This is about joy, celebration. This could be coworkers. This could be family. This could be a friend group. This is your community, whatever you consider your community. I feel like they're very supportive, and this could be about, like, them really being supportive of this new beginning for you, or really just kind of that camaraderie, right? Your friends are really like pushing you to step out into this new beginning, and they're being very supportive about it, right? I feel like you have a very good support system here, whatever you consider your community. Your hopes and fears, we have the Four of Wands. This is about stability. It could be about a home, but I feel like you are just really wanting some sort of stability here, whether that's in money, whether that's in a home, whether that's in a marriage, union, because this is a union card. It is a marriage card. Maybe you are wanting some type of union. You're wanting a new relationship, but I feel like this is more just about overall stability, and you're really hoping to get stable, maybe mentally, physically, spiritually, all of it, right? You just really want that stability. But the overall outcome, we have the World card. You are ending a cycle. I feel like you're ending some type of toxic cycle here and really transforming, putting an end to things, because the World card is very much about closing out cycles. This circle on this card always makes me think of a portal. This is like stepping through the portal into a new beginning. So the World card is the end of the major arcana, and the Fool is the first major arcana card. So you are completing some type of cycle in your life and starting brand new, starting this whole new life. And I really love that energy. It's just a very, like, you feel very fulfilled and very accomplished in whatever this is. So what do they not see coming here, Spirit? Does Leo not see coming? You have quite a few major arcana, and then the three, you got two aces in the Fool card here. So definitely kind of a big time for you. Yeah, and then you got two more major arcana here as well. So you have the Emperor, and you have the Five of Pentacles, and then you have the Judgment card. So I feel like this is you kind of stepping in, taking control of a mindset, maybe a limiting belief. Again, with this belief system, this feeling like you have to stand up for your beliefs, stand up for yourself, and being very defensive, which, again, no judgment here. When you're in toxic situations, sometimes you feel like you have to be defensive, right? But I feel like this is you just kind of stepping into this Emperor energy, taking control of the situation, really overcoming these limiting beliefs, and like going through this total rebirth, this awakening, right? So you see these people are really waking up here, literally, out of these graves. So I feel like this is just you kind of waking up to your power and kind of coming out of this lack mindset, or this limiting belief, this Three of Swords energy, really healing that and stepping into this rebirth and this new beginning. It's also about leaving the past behind. So you could very much be leaving that devil energy in the past, which is an amazing thing. And I do see that, because I feel like you have a really good support system here, and you're really wanting stability, and then you're ending a cycle. So what are their advice, Spirit? What is their advice? So we have the Four of Swords, the Five of Wands, Three of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. I feel like this is you just needing rest and really needing to take care of yourself, and maybe kind of going at it alone for a short period of time. That doesn't mean you can't rely on others to help you, but like when you're going through challenges or trying to detach from energies, this is kind of like a pulled back energy, right? Kind of doing things on your own here, and really focusing on overcoming these challenges, right? Don't get sucked into this negativity. And then we have the Three of Pentacles here, which is about collaboration. It's about teamwork. So it's also about skill development. Maybe you are developing skills in order to take on these new beginnings. You know, maybe this is a new job that you're wanting to take. Maybe this is some kind of new career venture that you want to take here. But also trust that inner knowing. You do have the High Priestess here. This is about trusting your intuition, trusting that inner knowing, right? And know that you can overcome these obstacles. And lean on these friends, you know, whoever this is. But I feel like you're going to be building something here and collaborating with others in order to overcome challenges. But you do need rest as well. So I feel like that's very important right now, especially when you're detaching from negative energies. But at the start of a beginning, you know, this Fool and these two aces, it's important to be rested, right? So that you can start fresh and start new here. Let's go ahead and grab you a couple oracle cards and get some final messages here for you. Overall, though, I see you completing some kind of cycle and really moving forward here and leaving the past behind. Whole new beginning for you. I really love it. Sometimes it's hard to tell if these turn. I thought another one did not. Okay. So we have Soul's Whisper. Your soul is whispering its deepest desires and truths to you. In the quiet moments, listen closely. It's guiding you towards your authentic path. So maybe that's what this new beginning is for you. You know, again, with this World card, like closing out old cycles, this old life, and really starting new. I mean, you've got the Fool and two aces, right? That's all new beginnings here for you. Expand. You're being asked to expand. You live in a huge world with endless possibilities, and staying safe in the known is no longer working for you. It's time to make your world just a little bit bigger. It's time to imagine the possibilities and go for them. Like I said, this stepping out of your comfort zone, expanding, really going after what this is that you want here. And I feel like you're going to do that here in the near future, at least taking steps. You know, you don't have to jump full head first into this new beginning, right? Because the Fool can be that energy. But I feel like in the near future, this is you maybe taking one or two steps. You know, if this is about a new business you want to start, maybe just like, you know, starting the website first and then getting the word out there, right? It's just taking that one small step towards what it is you want to bring in, shows the universe that you are serious about this, and then they can conspire in your favor, right? So I really love this for you, Leo. I see you stepping into a whole new world, and I'm really excited for you. So I hope that this message resonates, and I will see you next time. Bye.